Hip Hop Marvels Podcast.
You want that?
Your friendly neighborhood plug for all things hip hop and Marvel.
Go Squadron!
All in a day's work for the Squadron Supreme, Earth's mightiest heroes.
We got it locked from your block to the comic shop.
Listen, share, rate, and subscribe to Hip Hop Marvels Podcast, available on all podcast platforms and apps and streaming services. Available on Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Google Play, and more.
You are watching UBA.
Hey, yo, check it out, y'all. All the way live from the 919. It's your man Fonte holding it down for little brother. This hip-hop Docktrine mixtape with my mans and them, Dub Floyd and Wally Sparks. You know, when they reached out to me, you know what I'm saying? When Wally Sparks and my man Dub reached out to me to do this, it wasn't even nothing to talk about, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't even like they had to really ask me to do it. It's just like, yo, nigga, we doing this joint for the boom, I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Like, they niggas ain't have to finish. It's just, yo, son, we doing this boom, I'm in. Nah, son, I'm saying, yo, dog, we got this new mix, I'm in. Nah, nigga, we doing this, man, I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's my family, to my niggas. You know what I'm saying? So
I am the words that the pen couldn't write. The lost dialect, song sung by Jesus. You couldn't recite the hidden verse in the scripture. The truth behind the lies. Read between the lines, brother, open your eyes. I am the Martins and the Malcolms, the Hueys and the Hannibals. Continuing to drop jewels, to pass down the parables. Son of a mother and father who saw the future. The one who can shut you down without having to shoot you. The dream and reality, the yin and the yang. I walk with giants, no question if a brother can hang. I am the reason why MCing is still relevant. While the novice spit garbage for them dead presidents. I am the heart of the culture, the pulse of the city, the soul of the kick and the snare. Is you with me? The name is Chaundon with Dub Floyd on the wheels. 2 tables and the mic, no substitution for skills.
Yo, this your boy Frank Nitt. And there's rules if you want to get in this Marvel Studios. Don't nobody get in this motherfucker. So rule number 1, don't pop your ass up. Don't bring no extra niggas. And you better be ready to write, direct, produce some hot shit, or you will not get in. Marvel Studios, nigga, you know what it is. Frank Nitt, let's go.
We got it locked from your block to the comic shop.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
And dig it deep.
You now on that wavelength, time to sign in. Dub Floyd and Hip Hop Marvels will chime in on topics of comics, brought to expand the Hip Hop Connect with the gauntlet in hand. They got it locked in, they floss in the brand. The block to the comic shop, they cross and examine. Representation's feminine and moved on the shelf, and the system is happy with the movement is dealt. We don't wait for the sick to improve on the health, so we pull a Thanos, fine, I'll do it myself. And it'll come out extra clean, fresh for the fans like an extended scene. The hip-hop and comic dimension, they activate you with gems they presenting. Hand in the gauntlet, yes, we gon' flaunt it. Hip-hop Marvels will bring you the rawness.
Before I get into everything you got going on, I just wanted to hit on the Ice Cube 30-year anniversary.
Yeah.
For one of the dopest, like he's the most consistent. Like he's I would say one of the most consistent MCs in the game. Me and Rick talked about this plenty of times on the podcast as far as artists putting out bodies of work like one after another, like classics. Mm-hmm. Like this,
Q had 5 straight joints from America's Most Wanted to the Predator.
Yeah,
5 straight joints. Plus you throw in NWA, Eazy-E, the Lynch Mob, Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like in 30 years, man, like that's crazy. That's crazy. 30 years.
And listening to that album now, it's like, yo, he really did have us in a stronghold back then.
What?
You know, when that album dropped, I had it. And I knew it was dope then. Like,
Hell yeah.
But
for sure.
I don't think I realized how dope it was
now. Yeah, now. So especially with your mindset.
Exactly. And then you didn't realize the shelf life of that album.
Exactly.
And then, but I'll say for me, since so many dope albums was coming out, it kind of made me forget America's Most Wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And not to say, oh, these albums were better.
It just got lost in it. That's all.
I was being bombarded with nothing but dope records ever since America's Most Wanted, just in a 5-year span of his record. Because you got to think about after him, then you had Snoop, you had Dre. Well, Dre, truthfully, that was a Snoop album. Dre's, The Chronic was Snoop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You had The Chronic, then you had Doggy Style, then you had Illmatic, then you had, Ready to Die, then Reasonable Doubt, and then, Lost Boy's first album, the Wu-Tang. It's like, oh my God, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it can get lost, especially being a New Yorker. Because of, I love my city so much, anything
I'm listening
Trump, everybody else.
Right.
So even though I am a huge Ice Cube fan, but dog, Wu-Tang.
Yeah, right.
Like,
exactly.
Snatched it back from Snoop and Dre. And then Biggie nailed the coffin. And it was like, dog, it's never going back over there. As long as I'm here. Because Biggie took it from Wu. Commercially.
Right.
In that moment, in that time.
Right.
But the thing is, the beauty of the Wu, they said it. Wu-Tang is forever.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah. And now it's like, dang, was Wu-Tang really the best? Like, I can argue this, like, but so many things. Redman, Lord, the GOAT, Redman, like he came out with an album.
Jersey all day.
Like, come on, man, like what the album came out. And that was a scary body of work. Scary. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo,
I get how I can get lost.
Now you put America's Most Wanted in perspective. I'm 43, listen to an album that's 30 years old, and I'm like, Cube is really the GOAT of the West Coast. Like, nobody's better than Cube out there. Not Kendrick, nobody. Like, nobody's better than Cube. He wrote, and to find out the storytelling song, what was it called?
Oh, you talking about the Mr. Rogers? You talking about Mr. Rogers?
That was for Eazy-E. He wrote
Gangsta's Fairy Tale.
Yeah, Gangsta's Fairy Tale.
Oh, Gangsta's Fairy. Yeah.
That was supposed to be an Eazy-E song. But when they fell out, he just took the song back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When you go back and listen to the first verse, when Ice Cube says his name, he spells it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just replace it with Eazy-E.
Oh, man.
And
That's crazy. That's Easy. Yeah, you're right.
Because he explained it after the song. He was like, "Yeah, this song was for Eazy-E."
Wow.
And then the other story. I know. He was that nice.
That dope. I'm like,
you talking about ghostwriter. Ghostwriter.
I'd like, because I don't know if y'all know, but Dale also wrote some Gangsta's Fairy Tale.
Yeah. People in the chat room made that very evident.
Yeah.
But still, God, I don't care who helped. Ice Cube is the kingpin.
Yeah, you heard about the other story when he said Mr. Rogers sued him, right?
Yeah, and he was like, yo, he's gonna keep getting money off of this joint. Like, how much money he was getting off of each sale? Like, he was like, yo,
like 5 cents to something.
It was bigger than that.
It was bigger than that?
Yeah. At the end of the day, as long as it was on the record, he would have got paid off of that.
Right.
He got paid off of it. And I was like, yo, that's dope. Like, Mr. Rogers was like, no, I'm not going to tell you can't have it, but you got to give up that bread, bro. I'm Mr. Rogers.
Okay, yeah, here it is. Right here it says, this is from Spin Magazine. It says, Ice Cube says Mr. Rogers sued him. It says, Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted, recently turned 30. And in celebration, the rapper actor had digital listening party. That's what you were listening to, the digital listening party. And it says, in it, he revealed an interesting nugget. Mr. Rogers sued him over a Gangsta's Fairy Tale, which sampled the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood theme song. A date for the suit wasn't disclosed, but yes, you read correctly. He said, this is his quote, I actually wrote this for Eazy-E, but y'all know what it is. We weren't getting down at the time, so I had to take it for myself. It's a trip because of this song, Mr. Rogers sued us. He was mad because we had the Mr. Rogers theme at the beginning of this shit. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood and all that. The nigga sued us and was getting like 5 cents a record until we took that part off. How about that?
Well, yeah, end of the day, he was gonna get money on that.
I'm like, goodness.
I'm like, yeah.
Until they took that, they had to take that off. They about to get a slice of my pie every time I pull the pie out. Nah, hell no.
I still won. End of the day.
Yo, Dunny, let me ask you right quick. When you talking about a minute ago, said you was battling out in front of Hunts Point with Shells. Are we talking about Shells from J Records that won the Blaze battle?
Yes, that's Shells. That's my man.
Oh, yeah. I didn't. It didn't even dawn on me because we were talking about the Blaze battle not too long ago. And Shells, yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing about
he was dope, man. He was real dope. And that I thought he was going somewhere when he dropped that single that
that Why I Love You.
Yeah, the Michael Jackson joint.
That was an ill story of how I met him, because like when my man I call him Shooter, you know, back in on Soundview. Yeah, so me and him, like we used to always like leave the hood and go elsewhere. And he was like, yo, you need to go downtown and go battle this kid named Shells. Like he knew about Shells. I had no idea who Shells was. But he was like, yo, you need to go battle Shells, yo. You think you nice, you gotta go battle him. And I was like, all right, then let's go. And me and him jumped on the 6 train, went all the way downtown. And then when we got there, Shells is mad as hell. So he was like, on the block. So then when we got there, my man introduced him. He's like, yo, Shells, yo, this is Finn, this is Shells. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know, it's about to go down. So we was supposed to battle. But what happened was there was mad rappers out there. So Shells started rapping, then I started rapping, because it was like, let's just kind of check the temperature before it became a battle.
Right.
Yeah.
So when me and him was checking each other's temperature, other rappers was chiming in and tried to battle us. It got to a point, literally, I wish this was on camera. Me and him was back to back. Everybody in a circle and bossing them.
Damn.
And that's how me and Shells got cool.
That's crazy.
Okay.
That's yo. I was like, yo. I said I came here to battle you, but we teamed up and beat everybody out here tonight.
That sounds like some old Marvel shit, some old Marvel team up shit. Like, you know what I mean? We were supposed to fight each other, but we got a bigger threat over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's team up. Yeah.
And like from then on, I was like, yo. I said, this dude is nice. I rocks with him. And then, he got signed to J Records, and I was like, wow, go Shells. And then everything else happened, and it was. And here's another crazy tidbit. That's Torre's cousin.
What? I did not know that. That's crazy.
I didn't know that until maybe a couple of years ago. Torre was like, yeah, Shells, that's my cousin, yo. I'm like, that's crazy how this world.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I used to rock with Shells back in the day in the battle circuit. Then I'm in the recording circuit with you.
Yeah, that's wild. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
So, and now I'm gonna start producing some beats for Shells. And I'm like, all right.
So he's still active. Like.
He's getting back into it.
Okay, that's what's. Ooh, man.
And I found him by accident on Facebook, because he knows my man Music Maestro.
Okay, and
then a lot of other people that's good with Maestro, because I used to go right for Maestro back in the day. It's crazy. Wow. So when Maestro was like 13, I was writing his rhymes, and then he started making beats, and he became Music Maestro. But then I saw my man, I think D Dave, was talking to Shells. Then I started. I was like, "Is that Shells?" I was like, "Wait a minute." So I followed Shells, and then I was like, "Yo, Shells, what up? It's Chaundon." I was like, "Yo, what's good?" And then we connected, and I was like, "I haven't seen Shells since."
It's been a minute since he was like active.
Right after he got his deal. That's the last time I seen him.
Oh, wow!
I ran into him in the train station. I was just headphones on, and he ran up on me. Like, he was like, yo, what you doing, buddy? I was like, oh, I've been fighting. I was like, yo, because he ran up on me. He's like, you got to pay attention, baby. You got to pay attention. I was like, you got me. I said, y'all, I was off my G. But like, that was the last time I seen him in person, and figured that was like maybe a short couple of months before he got his deal.
Oh, wow.
I was like, wow. I was like, yo, he signed to J Records. They brand new, too. And I was like, nice.
That's crazy. I'm definitely gonna be talking to you, offline or whatever, because I'm trying to get back into this the swing of the mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's crazy because he was on one of my earliest though, like the earliest mixtape.
Go by CD.
But yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope.
So Dunny, Dunny, I'm gonna throw some more true or false at you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. True or false? You introduced Crisis to the rest of JL.
True.
Okay, how did you guys meet?
He was my intern at the radio station at North Carolina Central. So I had my own radio show on campus, and then he was like 16 at the time, and he was just like, you know, because his father is a Kappa, and then like the guy that was running the radio station on campus, he's a Kappa. So he okay, I'm coming. So then he would always, you know, bring Crisis around. So then me and Crisis met. We started talking, and he had some beats, and I was like, "Yo, this kid is nice." And this is like not too far after I met Ninth.
Right.
I was like, "You make beats on the computer too?" I was like, "Oh, okay. I need to introduce you to Ninth Wonder." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, huh? Okay, I'll hold your hand, buddy. So then, no, you trying to drag me off the?
He said, "Hold my hand so I can pull you."
Trying to drag
you off the chair.
Yeah. So like, I've been working with Crisis. We recorded a song before I brought him over there.
Oh, okay.
Right. I said, I need to go check out this kid, Crisis. He's dope. And you know, that's how it is. I brought Crisis over, and the rest you say is his story.
Okay. When I met you at the Boost Mobile function at the joint, you know, Dub introduced.
Hold on, one second. I'm coming. Let me get you your bar. Come on.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. I'm get into because now is the time to get into everything he got going on, and plus the 10-year anniversary of Hip Hop Doctrine 3. For all of y'all listening, and for y'all that don't know, myself and DJ Wally Sparks are behind. Oh yeah, no doubt. No, I was just he's back. I was just explaining to everybody out there, you know, about the 10-year anniversary of Hip Hop Doctrine. It's a very proud moment for me because actually it's 16 years in a nutshell,
right,
for the whole series
from the inception to the release.
Yeah, because if you think back, the Boondocks cartoon hit Cartoon Network, well, Adult Swim in 2005. I think it was like late 2005 or mid 2005, one of them. Right. Yeah, I came out with the mixtape the very next year. So yeah, the first one. And the first one was just me, right? And I just moved I just moved to Georgia. I was like 2 years in there. And that was when I was heavy on like OK Player and hitting the chat. That's when message boards was popping, and that's how you got your info. You know, message boards, chat rooms, and all of that, exchanging music or whatever. And that's when that's how I met my homie Wally Sparks. I didn't realize he was that close to me,
right?
When we were chatting, until he all of a sudden just kind of shouted out where he stayed at. He was like, "Yeah, I'm in Chattanooga, Tennessee." I'm like, "Chattanooga, Tennessee? Right, I'm in North Georgia, man. You about a half an hour from me." So he was like, "Word." So we exchanged math or whatever, and I finally met him in person it's when Young Jock's album came out.
Right.
His first and only album, I believe. Right. It's when his album came out, and at the time,
it's going down.
Yeah, it's going down. The one where it's going down on it. And at the time, Wally was working at Power 94, shout out Power 94, Chattanooga, Tennessee. He was main DJ for Power 94. And Young Jock was doing the in-store. So he was like, "Come on down, yo," and we chopped it up or whatever. I gave him a few of my mixtapes. I was already on the circuit then. Gave him a few of my mixtapes, and one of them just so happened to be Hip Hop Doctrine.
Right.
So I let him sit with that for like 3-4 days, and like he's a little older than me, so I already like respected him as a DJ. So he hit me up. He was like, "Yo, that Boondock shit, bro, you did your thing."
Nice.
I went in if you do another one. Nice. So that's how he came. That's how he ended up coming on board or whatever. And then as a result of that, in between that time, me working on part 2, I was releasing mixtapes as it is, and that's how I ended up getting down with the L.E.G.A.C.Y crew. Cause he went back to Mick, was like, "Yo, this young cat right here, this dude, creative, dope. He'd be a perfect fit for our crew." Cause L.E.G.A.C.Y crew was doing some other shit. Like we was doing some, like it was a bunch of DJ crews out there, but we was on like, other shit. And then that's how I ended up being on XM Radio before the merger with the League crew and so on and so forth. But yeah, that mixtape, man, it's done a lot, and it's on a lot of people's lists.
Yeah.
For like top, like one of the top mixtapes and stuff like that. Like I've seen a list where I was on a list with some great company, like up there with like the Doo-Wops and the Ron G's and the.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, yeah, like for real. Like I don't care if it's just one. That's it's practically just one. Series out of my catalog.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I put out some bangers as far as mixtapes are concerned,
right.
But that's just one. One.
That's the standout.
Yeah, standout. One solid series, and it stood out. It was a fan favorite and critically acclaimed and whatnot. So
it was attached to
one of the dopest
event. Like Boondocks. Like you think about how big the Boondocks was. That means that's during the time of the Chappelle Show.
Yeah.
It
was right off of that. Yeah, right off of that. Yeah. It
was like, what's after the Chappelle Show? Nothing's going to be that compelling. And then that came out.
And then everything was like satire and then like, basing it off of reality and everything. So, and it's crazy because I was such a fan of the show. I had reached out to Carl Jones. Shout out Carl Jones. He was the
shout out Carl Jones.
Yeah, he was the executive producer at the time. I had reached out to him. I was like, yo, I'm a fan of the show. I know you don't know me, but I'm a DJ. I just want to help in any way promote this, any way possible.
Yeah.
Is there any way I can help? And so they were like, well, we were working on a mixtape with. And guess who they were working on a mixtape with? K.Slay.
Oh, that's crazy.
They were working on a mixtape with K.Slay, and there's no disrespect to K.Slay. K.Slay is a goat to me. Like one of the but
I wants to go the other way.
Right. I didn't think at the time because I was like scratching my head. K.Slay on the boom. I see a different vision.
It makes sense. Yeah.
Right. I see a different vision for this. So they had me make a demo of how the tape would be or whatever, and I did them one better. I got my designer at the time.
Right.
Shout out Tanster. He whipped up a mock-up cover. I sent him the cover and the demo. I'm like, now if y'all
it's product.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Funny. We have a similar origin story with a tape like that because I did the same thing with Black Dynamite. But Black Dynamite gave me the opposite way. So remember, I had the bootleg of the movie, years before it came out.
Right.
So when I released I officially released it. DJ Concept did the artwork.
I remember, yeah.
And then we put it out.
It was a two-parter. It was like a double disc, right?
Yeah. So when I put it out, I always forget his name. The one that created Black Dynamite.
Oh, Michael J. White.
No. He didn't create it. No, the director, the guy that.
Oh, you're talking about? You're not talking about Brian Ash, are you? Is it Brian Ash?
I'll be lying if I say yeah, because I can't remember.
Either Brian Ash, I think.
The one that created the movie that got Michael J. White, because everybody did it for free.
Right.
They donated their time because they did the way they shot the movie. They shot the trailer first.
Exactly.
The trailer became so hot. Then they was like, we got to shoot the movie now, and everybody did it for free. Yeah,
they pretty much did what they did with Machete.
Right.
It was a trailer first.
When I released the mixtape, and I released the mixtape before the theatrical of Black Dynamite came out.
Right.
So the dude that created Black Dynamite, he called me. And the funny thing is, I was on my way to New York. I was in the plane,
right?
And I'm about to land. So when I landed, I turned my phone on, and I got the message.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Who's playing a trick on me?" I'm like, I had no idea who this guy was,
right?
Let alone he was the creator of Black Dynamite. And he was like, "Yeah, me and my team, we just want to talk to you, man. We want to get you involved with the movie,
right?
Like with at least the promotion of it,
right?"
And then I was like, "All right, let me just call this guy back." And then he was like, "Yeah, man, we want to get you on the conference call with the whole team." And then we did that, and then he was like, "Yo, we love your mixtape." He's like, "Yo, I'm so happy that you used the artwork for the joint. You have 100%." Use of it, like
that's real.
And then the fly thing was when they actually did the official screening, he invited me through, and then he shouted me out because like Michael J. White and everybody was there. Like everybody was there. And then when the director and everything, he was like, all right, but before we go any further, I just want to give a shout out to Chaundon, who did the unofficial mixtape for Black Dynamite. Chaundon, would you please stand up? I was like, wow. And everybody's clapping. He was like, yo, go ahead, Dunny.
That's great. Yo, it makes you...
Everybody was there. It was star-studded. Like, you know, like all the underground greats was in the movie theater because, you know, like on the official music release, Sean P was on it.
Yeah.
You know, I think Ninth produced the joint that Sean P was on or whatever.
Right.
But like the fact that he acknowledged me in full, like stopped what they were doing. They was like, hold on, Mike, before we go any further. And it wasn't like I came in there and sat up front. I was like in the middle toward the back, chilling.
That's crazy.
I think Torre was there, Sky was there, Skyzoo was there. And like I said, it was just like everybody was there. And I was just there just to be like, thanks for even, I've seen this movie like 50 million times, but thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Right. And that's how I
said, stand up. This is the guy. And like, I was like, wow. So yeah, that's I was like, okay. I said, this is dope.
That's exactly how I felt when, you know what I'm saying? When they heard it, they was like, yeah, yo, we running with this. Like, we're running with this.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point to right before I released part 2. Now, part 2 was two discs. It was a double disc.
Yeah.
Right.
And
that's my personal favorite, by the way. Part 2 was my personal favorite.
A lot of people, it's a lot of people's part 2 because I had a Hall of Justice disc. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
great.
You know what I mean? Represent, like, you know what I mean? I was such a big fan at the time. You know what I mean? And I was put onto your music through it was, you know, just through LB, of course, but it was like through you know, like I said, I was a frequent, you know, on OK Player and stuff like that.
I wasn't on OK Player. Like that was
right. Yeah.
Because I thought everybody on OK Player was snobs.
I did think that at one point. That's crazy you said that.
The thing is, because it's true. They were like snobs. So I was like, yeah, this is not where I'm going to be celebrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I go where I'm celebrated. Because I don't want to have to deal with people I can't see in face to face. Because a lot of people, especially during those times, only say things on keyboard, but would never say it to you.
Into your face, yeah, exactly.
Especially at that time. I mean, I'm always the keep it 100.
Right.
And don't hold back.
Right.
So if I thought you were fake, I don't want to be a part of it.
Right.
That's why I love the lawn so much. Because it was like, I know where y'all at.
You're right. Yeah.
If you want. OK Player, I don't know none of y'all.
Right, exactly.
I let Tay and them stay. And I had a Sean Dilla account on OK Player. But like I said, my first week on OK Player, I was like, yeah, nah. And I ain't even post no music. So it wasn't like I had a bad taste of somebody was like,
right,
yeah, cool. Like, nah, it was nothing like that. I was just watching. And I was like, y'all don't like this because of what? Out. It was like, it was elitism at its best.
Right.
Like, who made you the elite listener? Like, dog, you do nothing.
Exactly.
Like, you don't even buy the music. You download it. So how do you have so much authority and you stand on this soapbox?
Right.
Talk to people this way.
That's crazy. I thought that at one point too.
Yeah.
But yeah, before I released part 2, and a lot of people don't know this. This is like a little tidbit, but Sony reached out to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. This was big at the time because I was like, what? I was like, what? And because you know, the Boondocks is through Sony Pictures. Right. I'm talking about Sony Music.
So the music was good.
Reached out to me.
You curated a bunch of music. Like this wasn't like release things. Like these were unreleased records.
But on behalf of everybody that was backing me for the project, they reached out to me on some like, yo, we want to, you know, run with this. And we'll, you know, we want to attach your name to it or whatever. This, that, and the third. They were like nice about it and everything. So some emails was exchanged and some calls, but they couldn't get that number right, bruh. Like they couldn't, because I told them, I was like, you got to realize it's not just me.
Right.
You got to take care of all of them. You know what I'm saying? Take care of all of them because they own it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not just me. Oh, well, we can't, you know.
They were banking on you saying, hey, can y'all do me a solid? I'm trying to get this situation. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
ain't no bread for nobody.
Yeah.
But they don't
Right.
got it for me. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Or you could be like, well, none of us getting bread, and you get bread and nobody know.
Right. Nah,
they
that
were looking
nah.
for corporate, they were looking for corporate greed. They was waiting for you to like, all right.
Yeah, that's all that was. It's crazy because I had a few conversations with people about that at that time, and they were saying the same thing, and I'm like, well, that one's in the can, but
the fact that
you know what I mean, like that's some big, and then right after that, when part 2 had dropped, it's like a few months after part 2 dropped. Here I go getting nominated for a Justo Award for the best promotional mixtape up against like DJ Drama and Mick Boogie and stuff. So I'm like, like man, like it's crazy. But yeah, that needless to say, that series done a lot for me. And now it's the 10th anniversary of the third one I put out, and which I put out in 2010, and I made it an issue for it to be heavily influenced by North Carolina MCs or MCs, in North Carolina. Like there's, everybody, of course, you on there, the homies Ilpo, like, you know what I'm saying? Some early Rhapsody, like, you know what I mean? So like,
I forgot I was on that joint because that was the one that Technology produced.
Yeah, shout out Technology. Yeah, Technology produced that.
I forgot about that record, but you know what? There's a lot of songs I forget I'm on.
Yeah, actually, Technology produced. He produced 2 joints on that joint. I want to say, yeah, he produced the joint for Scholar.
Right.
Shout out Scholar and the joint with featuring you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was crazy. So yeah, I'm just happy for it. And like I said, I'm planning on doing something special.
Yeah.
And what we discussed is real special. I might have to edit that out of this. You know what I mean? So definitely.
Dub and I were talking about like signature Chaundon songs.
Right.
Tell us how one of my personal favorite Chaundon songs, one of the first ones I heard was "Pay Me" by the Son of Uriel. Tell us how that song came about.
Uriel played the beat and I wrote to it on the spot. It was one of those joints. It was like we were in his dorm room, which is dubbed as 308 Lab because his room is 308.
Oh, okay.
At NC State University. So it was me, Uriel, and Ninth, and Uriel was just playing beats, and then I heard that joint. And I was like, okay. And then it slowed down. And then I heard them strings. I was like,
yeah.
Hey. And then like, the hook came to me first. And I was like, oh, I said, yo, we could sample Biggie. Yo, me with the money, bring heat, sell snow. And I wrote it and I did it like then and there. We didn't have like the dope equipment. Like we had a regular mic with the puffy, you know what I'm saying, like the covering on the joint. So you can hear my breathing. Like, you better find my paper with a rob and a pitching. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like...
right.
You know like using a condenser mic.
No, condenser mic.
Yeah, the breath, you know what I'm saying, like control or whatever like that. But I was like, we recorded that like on the spot.
Right.
And that became like my first runaway hit on the streets, like in North Carolina. That was like, yo, it burnt like wildfire because the thing is, I never burnt it on CD and gave it to anybody. I was like, how do people know this song?
Bro, I was telling Dub that when I was in school, I was in college, I had a homeboy from Chicago call me and like, yo, I heard about this kid named Chaundon down there in NC. That Pay Me joint is, is banging. You know what I'm saying?
Cause that was like that song shocked me. I mean, of course I thought it was dope, but it was like I didn't think it was gonna catch on the way it did.
Right.
But in hindsight, I'm like, the hook was super catchy. It was slow enough, and you knew where it was going. Right. So like I crafted the right hook for the right song, and it was like, I was like, yo, okay. But then like what really caught me off guard was when we were at the Hideaway in Chapel Hill, and that was the first time I performed that song live.
Okay.
I tell you, and matter of fact, on my mixtape, on Slow Leaks, I play the live version of Pay Me. And you hear the crowd. That was
bro, I haven't heard Slow Leaks in years.
That was my first time performing that song live, and I just had the video, so I extracted it and put it on the mixtape.
Right.
But in real time, when that performance happened, and I did the hook, and everybody in the crowd was yelling the hook, I was like, I'm still performing, but in my mind, I'm like, yo, how they know this? I didn't even prompt them to this.
Right.
So I don't do the, okay, yo, this is my next song. It's called Pay Me. So when I say, you say, I ain't do none of that. When the song came on, boo-doo-doom, boo-doo-doom, Knife got on the mic, son of your rail. And then the hook came on, I need a few more days. And the crowd was like, oh, yo, baby. I was like, oh, how? And it's been a hit ever since. And like that, like, you know what I'm saying? That's a cult favorite here in the Triangle, especially like to the older kids.
Yeah.
That was there at the time.
Right.
So anybody that's like 38, between 38 and 40, 45, yo, son. Yo,
that's it right there.
You know what I'm saying? And then I remember Knife said he was driving across, NC State campus one day, and you heard somebody playing it in the car.
That's crazy.
I was like, yo, they getting this record. I know I didn't give it to nobody because I was a hoarder of my music.
Right.
High school, like I have super dope demo tapes in high school that nobody ever has, and them songs are gone because I lost the tapes. It's like, like you never gave your homeboys a copy. He's like, dog. And I was like, nah. So yeah, Pay Me. Yeah, it was just an organic. Jorel played the beat. I wrote the rhyme and recorded it right. Like,
I will say, like, there's artists out there that have great production. You got some production. You got how to play and I'm talking about that's across your catalog, yeah, and stuff you told me that you did that I didn't know you did. Like I'm like,
because with me, I don't have that rapper disease that I could rhyme over anything. I turn down dope beats because it's like if it doesn't fit my voice or my flow, I'm doing the beat a disservice. So I'm like, you can give me a beat that was like probably the best beat in the world, but if I don't think I could bring my 50% to that 50%, I'm wasting time. So I make sure any beat that I'm on is a beat that I'm gonna rock.
That's a dope way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? A dope way to assess like a beat because some people just the shit is dope. I'm going to spit to it like, and then it turns out to be
another signature song, Chaundon joint has to be "Fallen" from Ninth Wonder's Dream Merchant album.
Oh yeah.
How did that come about? Because you definitely still had like the heavy New York accent back then.
Yeah.
But how the beat was so melodic and how I guess I wouldn't say how introspective you were in that situation. How did that song come about?
All right, so I literally wrote that song when I was 19, living in the Bronx. But I wrote it to another beat. And then I recorded it again with Fonte when I got to Central in 99. So I think around maybe fall 99, Tay used to always have a studio in Burlington, which is about a good 30, 40 minutes away from Durham.
Right.
There and recorded the song there. And I had a similar hook, but then it was like, another demo cut of the song. And then when Ninth played the beat to the one that you hear now, I was like, okay, this could fit on here. Because that song, I always liked it because that was like one of them real songs. It was like everything I said on there was real.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote that out of a real situation. And I was like, yo, this is exactly how I felt when I was 19. But I recorded it when I was like 22.
Okay.
Right. So you got the song like 19, 20, 20, 3 years later, it's like, like, okay.
Right.
But it just, and then I told Knife to sample Busta Rhymes for the keep falling. Because I never had that on the demos, but I always wanted it on it.
Right.
So I was like, all right. And then I was like, but I told him, I basically co-produced the record because I was like, yo, I want that. And I want the Roy Ayers. My life. Keep falling. Because the mom, saying I think he came up with the Nas part.
Okay.
Because in my physical, I can express through songs. So that was the filling that gap.
I
definitely want the Busta and the Roy Ayers to go together. That's how I envisioned it from Jump Street when I was 19. but again, I didn't have the tools
to do it. Yeah.
So then when that happened, when I heard that beat, and I was like, my sister can't afford me and ain't no other way. I was like, yo, this works. I said, let's go to the studio now. It came out. And then that was, again, another, history in the making moment. And that
joint right there was incredible. When I first heard that, like I said, you had the heavy New York accent, and it was just something that about the song that, like, I mean, it actually hit like a lot of people. When I played people Dream Merchant, they wanted to hear like Ballin' and the title track that Pooh did. They were like, that's like, them two of my joints right there.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Embassy, and is there going to be an Embassy joint?
There is. So like the Embassy. Now it's funny how like that, I'll tell you this: the birth story of the Embassy it's like a superhero story. So like,
okay, perfect.
Well, before you get into that, I was telling Rick already that you already been on that superhero shit, because how you gonna name your mixtape Venom and your album Carnage? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a true Marvel fan ain't gonna peep that. They peep that. You know what I'm saying?
Mixed by DJ Peter Parker.
Yeah, Pete Parker. Yeah, for real. Like, what? Mixed by Pete Parker. Like, that's great.
Like, you're a comic book nerd on the low.
Right, for real.
That's funny. You know what I'm saying? People connect the dots. It's like, that really just fell into place. It wasn't like it was designed that way. It was like, it fell into place that way.
Yeah.
Peter Parker was of what we did as a crew. And then he was like, yo, let's do a mixtape. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, Venom and Carnage. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but so the origin story of Embassy, the song we first did together was And You.
Okay.
I got And You.
Yeah. Now And You, here's the crazy part. Ninth gave the beat to me. Or no, Dell gave it to me. And I was like, all right, this is me. I wrote 3 verses to this song. I didn't know who Legacy was at this moment. Legacy wasn't even in my knowledge, he wasn't even a part of the League. I didn't know who he was.
Right.
I come to the studio. This is when we had Chop Shop at Doe's old house in Durham. I get to the house, Knife is there, Doe is there, and then Leg comes in. And I'm like, yo, what's good, man? Chaundon, Legacy. And you know how, we're both MCs and we size each other up on the low. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Knife was like, all right, so that beat that y'all both got, y'all on this song together. And now he wrote the whole song for himself too.
Right?
The thing is, I came up with that hook.
Okay.
This goes out to you. Like when I heard the beat, I was like, yo, add that Biggie joint on there. Now again, I know my hooks, and I was like, yo, plug that in.
Right.
So then when I wrote the joint, I went off of the And You, and I was like, okay, now I know how I'm gonna do my joint. So then when we got there, and he was like, yeah, y'all gonna be on a song together. I ain't gonna lie, me and Legacy was like, I don't want to do the song. Like, it's like,
right.
I wrote a banger to this. I don't need him on the record. And we were both like that.
Right.
And he did his first verse, and I was like, okay. And then after he cut off, I did my verse, and then he was like, okay. Give me 1 second. Go upstairs. And I was like, all right, he's dope. All right, let's do the next verse. And then it's not a fluke. And then that's how that happened. But we after a few songs, we said that we would form a crew, but we went under the name Street Team. That's why when Legacy says it in the song, the next song, he says it in Numbers. Yeah, Street Team, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that was our name. But then we changed it to Embassy like maybe 6 months after that. And then it was like, all right, we're going to do an album. And we did record maybe like 8 songs.
Right.
And then
I've heard like 4. I've got Numbers. I got And You. I got It's Like That.
Yep. Doe produced that
and
one.
I got one other song. It's like 4 songs I got, but them the only 3 I can remember off the top of my head right now are those 3.
Yeah. So like we basically almost recorded like about 8 songs. And then, around that time, That's when, we had internal, in like I want to call it beef, but how people get, so after a while we started making like records about each other. Those records never came out. Them records, we was going in on each other. It was dope.
And shout out to homie Leg too. Like that's another one that's been like, I mean, since I've reached out to him. Yeah. Like it's crazy because I reached out to a lot of people when I was working on them joints, and like I will say the whole HOJ, man, like y'all was like y'all was they was like, what? You here you go. Like sending me joints. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All we did was record.
Yeah. And it's a testament to that. It's a testament to that. Like
party, we chilled and recorded. But we did more recording than anything else. Because it's like we had no other like real crazy deep responsibilities at the time. It was like, a few of them had kids, but it was like, all right, let's go to the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's crazy because I'll tell you how relentless y'all were. It's crazy because so I had Astral host the first one. Mm-hmm. I was trying to find hosts, and not a lot of people know this, but Kweli was supposed to host the second one, right? Mm-hmm. And it was scheduling conflict. We had a few phone calls or whatever. So Carl was like, well, I'm gonna put you in touch with Fonte. I said, cool, and he said, I'm gonna give him, it's cool, I give him your number. I said, fine. So he gives Tate my number, and I'm thinking, I ain't thinking nothing of it. I'm like, whatever, because it's my second go around, whatever. And nigga called me, man, and damn, what was supposed to be like a 10-minute conversation about what he need from me or what I need from him for the joint, end up being a damn hour and a half. Like this is before, like he's telling me before Separate But Equal came out.
Right.
Like he's telling me like the drama joint that they worked on. Like he's telling me about stuff that people didn't
even know yet.
They didn't even know yet. Like, so I was like, yo, that's crazy. But it was just a testament to y'all's work ethic. Like, y'all was just eager to work. Like,
we were because at the end of the day, we were just battling each other. Who could make the best songs out of the crew? Like, that's what a lot of them songs came out of.
Right.
Right.
It's like, yo, like, Ninth and Crisis making beats like crazy. So it's like, yo, we need to rap on these. So get busy.
And one other joint, probably like the first joint I really heard by you, but you weren't by yourself, was, I'm living in Raleigh at the time, so I go over to Durham on Citrus campus. I'm seeing all these flyers around, different colors, GIMME.
I knew he was going with it. I knew he was going.
I'm picking up one. God, I murdered my motherfucking ears. Pick up another one.
God, I murdered
many MCs, and I'm like, who? Who is Gimme? Who is Gimme?
Gimme was the prerequisite to Little Brother. And the reason why Little Brother formed is because I left. I went back home and they didn't know I was coming back.
Oh, that's crazy.
So the story is, all right, because we recorded about 11 songs as Gimme. We had a dope record. Like, we had a really dope record. It was for what it was, you know what I'm saying? Again.
Right.
And when I left, Tay was like, he told Pooh, he's like, I don't think, us being a duo was going to be, a thing. I didn't want to do a duo. Like, and they say it in an interview, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Post Week's interview, they talked about that because I bounced.
Right.
I left. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I left because if I didn't leave, there would have been no
Little Brother. That's crazy. As we know it, yeah.
Now, we would have had Gimme, but we don't know what Gimme would have become.
Right.
So,
I mean, everything happened for a reason. We got this ill reunion album, like, you know what I'm saying, like.
So like,
and you were part of it. Right. So like,
if I never left, there would have never been a listening. There'd have never been a minstrel show. There'd never, like, a lot of things would have just been.
Right.
It'd have been very different. Now, I'm not saying that we would have never made it out. We'd have probably still did, but it would have been a different dynamic.
A different vibe. Yeah.
And I'm glad we left. I'm glad I left. I'm like, because that was like the opportunity for something grand to happen.
Right.
And again, I don't know what the future would have held for all of us as a group.
Right.
It could have been just as great as Little Brother, but it may have not. We don't know.
Right.
I wouldn't trade this. I wouldn't say, "Oh, let's go back and try it this way." Like, no.
Nah.
If there was a divine intervention and God was like, "You want to do gimme?" I'd be like, "You know what? Nah.
Right.
Yo, because it could be popping." I'm like,
nah, I'm good.
Because you know why? And I'll tell you this, because I was a fan of Little Brother just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
When they dropped the listening, of course I had the CD, but guess what? I still destroyed the CD and waited for it to come out. I was like, no, I want to listen to it when everybody else does.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was back in the Bronx. I was still in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't drive. I jumped on a train all the way down to Fat Beats. Unwrapped it, walked outside, put it in the CD player, and then just aimlessly walked downtown. Tears came to my eye because first of all, the first voice you hear on the listening, it's me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Now, so, but like,
yeah, the first voice, and that's a classic, man.
Crazy, right? But then it's like, yo, I'm listening to my brothers on this CD that I just bought from Fat Beats. I was there for the whole inception of the album. Like if there was an acapella of the album, you will hear us laughing in the background because like again, we recorded it at Missy Ann's, which is Cesar Comanche studio, but that was in his apartment.
Oh wow!
We're all sitting on the couch. The mic is like so. Like if I'm sitting here like this, the mic is over there in the corner.
Right.
The couch is here. The mic is there. The computer's on this side, and doing all the punchlines. We're like. Like we was in the studio like 8 deep watching them record the listening.
Damn.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I saw this in the making and then I go back home and then I buy the CD.
Right.
Yo.
Arguably
this was just like
a classic, man. Like yeah.
There's no need to argue. It was you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't even have a conversation with anybody. It was like, I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Like,
I say that because you're gonna get some idiots that's like that. So
and looking at old threads of OK Player.
I knew he was going to double back to that.
I seen people like, yo, who these dudes think they are? Like, you know what I'm
saying?
Like,
yeah.
What chicks they got like that? You know what I'm saying? Because like they was making critiques about them, what they were talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wonder where those people are right now.
They for real.
Show and bought a shirt from me.
Right, exactly.
Know all the verses from the listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, first listen. It's funny, listen. You know what I'm saying? Like they, like the snobs was like, nah, and then Pete Rock and Amir is like, yo, this is incredible, and everybody's voice changed. Yeah,
that's how it goes. I mean,
so I was like, really? You had to wait for a cosign?
Yeah,
like,
that's how it goes.
They had a lot of fans off the jump, but I mean, the naysayers. That's who I was looking at. I never look at who's cheering for you.
Right.
I'm like, I'm gonna watch you turn. You're gonna turn.
Right.
You a sucker. You're gonna turn because you want to be a part of the conversation. That's the people I look at. And I'm like, nah, get out of here. You just want.
Here's another Dunny. True or false? True or false? You have a joint with Eccentric.
True.
Tell us about that.
It was an unreleased record, but I think did I put it out? I put it out on something. I put it out on the new White Label.
Okay.
Originally, White Label was supposed to be my first album.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I never
put it out. Me and Dub were talking about Live from 718. I thought that was your first one.
Nah, White Label was supposed to be the first album. My first album was Carnage.
The first album was Carnage, yeah.
But before that, White Label was supposed to be the album, but I didn't like it because it wasn't cohesive. It was a bunch of dope songs, but it wasn't cohesive. Because like White Label had Pay Me, it had Bet That, produced by Crisis. It had a whole bunch of strong joints that were standalones, but it wasn't a cohesive record.
Right.
This ain't gonna be the record. And I used to promote White Label forever, but it was like, nah.
Right.
And that's why I put out mixtape after mixtape after mixtape.
Yeah, because you put out Venom right before Carnage, right?
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Well, was it?
No, Carnage came first.
Carnage was 2008. When was Venom? Venom was right after that.
I thought it was 2007.
Carnage came out first.
Carnage was October 2000. 2008. Yeah.
2008.
Because it came out on Defend. Defend that was my first record deal.
Okay.
And the way I got that was from my mixtape release party in SOBs that I almost sold out.
Okay.
I almost sold out SOBs.
I was gonna go to that next because I know you and the rest of JL performed at SOBs. What was that like with your crew and you being from NY performing at SOBs together?
I'm trying to think. You talking about that was during the tour.
Oh, that was a tour? Okay.
But the SOB show that I'm talking about, that was just my mixtape release party that me and this white dude put together that lived in New York.
So me and this white dude put together.
I got paid that night. I was like, yo,
that's what's up.
Because I had mad special guests in there. Primo was there. I was like, Primo was there. But I had mad people performing. I had Skyzoo, Torre, Shot Stimuli, NY Oil.
All and everybody he's naming, they've been on the tape or two.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's crazy.
Yes, sir.
NY Oil too. NY Oil.
So I put a nice card of people performing, and then I headlined the joint, obviously, right? So then during my performance, Big Doe was talking to the owner of Defend, and then after the show, it's like, yo, he wanted to put out a record. So now, honestly, I was working on No Excuses was supposed to be the first official album.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the name, because I always had the name in my head of what's going to be my album, No Excuses. When Doe told me the guy wants to put out an album, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Let me give him another record. I'll give him Carnage. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I actually, because I created Carnage like right after that conversation. I was like, all right, I have a whole bunch of songs that I already recorded, and I'll reach out to some more people that I can actually weave together an album, and we give it to them.
Right.
But I knew No Excuses. I wanted that to be different. So that's why Carnage had so many features. I really like,
right.
Hey, I Need You, Sean P, Skyzoo, cool, Stimuli, my man from Pitch Black. I was like, I need G.O.D., I need you. Come on, you know what I'm saying? It was like Emilio Rojas, you know what I'm saying? Like my phone was just nothing but rap stars. I was like, all right, check this out. You know what I'm saying? So, we did that. Right. I basically A&R'd the whole thing. I got all the beats and made sure I even did all the sequencing. I did that album by myself. And then I presented it, and then he was like, all right, we'll put this out. And then we, boom, we got it.
Right.
So then that's when I started really working on No Excuses. And then we put that out in 2010. And then, then after that, like low key, after No Excuses, I was going to stop rapping. I was going to be done with it. I was like, I'm out.
Yeah. So it's the 10th anniversary of that.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I'm done with this because this is when like the crew started to dissolve, you know what I'm saying? Especially with the dissolution of Ninth with Lil Brother, then me and Ninth fell out. And I was like, you know what? I started taking things personally. I was like, if I get into one more beef with anybody else I know, I'm going to throw hands.
Right.
And I was like, I'd rather not do music and just go get a job. Because I hated getting deals. And then like my deal with No Excuses with that bum ass label, I'm not even gonna say their name because I'm still waiting to get my masters back. I'm like, yo, son, you didn't even want to push the record. Just give me my joint.
Oh,
so
wow.
Because I got Carnage back 100%. Right. So I'm like, yo, give me No Excuses. They don't even return my email. So I'm like, don't let me come up to Boston. So.
Oh, wow.
But,
oh, wow. That's all that need to be said.
I was ready. And then I did my first EP that was was that wasn't Baby Making Music. No, that was I can't remember my albums. Anyway, I worked that much. I put out a lot of joints, man. But like there was a mixtape, an EP I did, my first EP, and I was like, yo, in the last song, I actually was like, yo, I'm about to give this up. Then when I was really done with it, then Doe and I was talking to L.E.G.A.C.Y, owner of Empire.
Right.
Like officially super launched it. And we met in New York right after a performance at what's that festival in New York? That's geez, I always forget the name of that festival in New York. That big music festival.
You talking about
In New York?
Yeah.
Not the one in Brooklyn.
Nah. When I said I was always in Manhattan, it was always around like September, October. It'll come to me in a minute, but yeah,
I can't remember.
Yeah, but it was a super big one. So I remember like after the show, we was in the van and we was talking, and then I remember him showing us the layout on how this stuff was working. Mm-hmm. And then you fast forward a year after that. This one I was ready to call it quits, and then Doe was like, "Yo, you want to start your label?" I was like, "Yeah, how?" Up a Gazi, you know what I'm saying? The kid with the distribution. I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, we got an opportunity. We all go over there, you know what I'm saying, get labels, you know what I'm saying, like distribution deals without labels. Just go start your joint." I said, "All right." I started the record label 2011. In 2012, I flew to New York. This because I met the producer ATG the same night I met Gazi.
Oh, okay.
ATG, he was with my memory is shot, man. Static Selector. We was at a party.
Okay.
And then ATG was like, yo, what's up, Chaundon? What's going on, man? I want to send you some beats. I was like, I bet, send it. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
right.
And then I went back to North Carolina, and then I got the email from ATG, and I was like, yo, I got on Twitter immediately. I was like, yo, this dude, ATG, his name was Don't Call Me ATG. I was like, yo, his beats are so dope. I'm gonna record an album with him. I made the declaration
right
before talking. And then he got on. He was like, Chaundon must be drunk. He said he want to do an album with me. He didn't believe it. And I was like, no, dog, for real. I said, send me some more beats. So he started sending me beats, but I didn't write to nothing. I just kept on getting
right.
Beats. Like, I'd rather just listen to the sound and then kind of like loosely pick what I want.
Right.
And I took a flight to New York, 4-day trip, finished the album.
Damn.
I was like, dude, like the first song we recorded was what? Where's your tablet? Go get your tablet. It's upstairs. Go get it. And I'll help you turn it on. So we recorded The Note. That's
okay.
The album.
Yeah.
That was the first song I wrote. And it was his idea. He was like, because he played the sample and he was like, yo, but don't make it a love song. Make it like a ransom note. I was like, listen me. Let's do this. I never been produced. Prior to that date, I never been produced. I always been given beats.
And that's it. Yeah.
Nobody ever sat in the studio with me, not Crisis, to like, you need to do it this way or try this. Like, I never been produced.
That goes a long way. I mean, yeah, it's great when you don't have to be. Yeah. But the potential somebody can put, yeah, exactly. Some potential.
I was like, yo, I said I want a different set of ears, and I was like, yo, okay,
yeah, exactly.
Tell me that. But that was the last idea he gave me, and I was like, I was waiting for more on the low. I was like, got some more? Like, got some more in the bag? You get some more of my ideas? Right. But I was like, yo, okay. Then we recorded that like maybe 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Because I landed. He picked me up from the airport. We drove to the crib in downtown Manhattan.
Right.
We got upstairs. Sat down on the couch because he had like his bedroom. The studio was in his bedroom. He had a couch because his house was dumb big and his bedroom was like huge. So he had like, you know, saying like the computer. He had the, you know, saying the Mac on the table, his keyboard, and then he had the couch and everything. And it was like, oh, hey, bet. So I'm sitting on the couch, and he gave me the idea on the spot. Like I didn't even finish taking off my jacket. Like, this is the joint right here. Press play. I'm like, okay. I was like, oh, that's dope record. And he's like, yeah, ransom note. And I was like,
that's what's up.
Here's a note. I was like, ooh. And I was like, all right, I'm ready to do the first verse.
That's what's
10
up.
minutes later, boom. I said, you like that?
That's what's up.
I kicked it another way. Then I was like, boom, I did the second verse. But then the way he was like, no, don't say it that way. Do it this way. And I was like, I bet. Then I understood how he wanted me to sound on his music. Then
right.
Like, all right, I got it.
Right.
And we recorded like 2-3 songs that day. Then I went home. I went to my mom's house in the Bronx. Then I came back. Gimme. Then I, came back the next day.
Right.
Then like he had a party at his house. Static and all was there. It was crazy. It was mad, smoking the air, drinks everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It was a beautiful time, man. Then like I was really writing the rhymes on the roof of his building. Because he lived in a building that was like only like 5 stories high, and it was only like 3 apartments on each floor, 2 apartments on each floor.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
It was that exclusive. Like it was like that was dope.
Yeah.
Right. Like there was a grand piano in his living room. Dope.
Oh wow, yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like the rooftop was like where the creative process was really getting busy because I used to go up there and drink and write. I even shot one of my videos up there. I shot what's the name of the record? It'll come to me in a minute. I never remember my titles. But okay, hold on. I forgot the code. Hold on.
I want to get into before we get out of here, I want to get into Lineage because that's what's happening now. You know, we talked about everything leading up to Lineage and
all the story.
Yeah. So, as far as Lineage, I love it because I could play it for my kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could play it for anybody. The fact that there's no like parental advisory sticker, you know what I mean?
And you know,
which Hip Hop Marvels is a parental advisory show, but
and you notice I haven't come once, right?
Right. A lot of us have kids. A lot of us have children. You know what I'm saying? And there are going to be future shows where the whole show, we don't use profanity or whatever, but we get on out. We get on our shit. At least
we have our moments. We have our
moments. But yeah, so I dig that album. The production is crazy. Mm-hmm. Next time we gotta get both of y'all on here.
Yeah,
you and Flash. That way, because I definitely got to pick Flash brain too, because it seems to me he's a DC head, so you know what I mean. So I definitely got to pick his brain,
right? But like.
With you guys being both in the league, how did you guys sit there and decide together, like, we're going to do this? And Lineage is a group. It's not a project. It's a group.
It's a group. Yeah, definitely.
It's a group for life. So basically the way it went down, when Flash really started making beats, it was like, I would say with the people he was trying to pitch beats to, it was almost like falling on deaf ears because he wasn't proven at the time. And I'm like, but the beats are fire. So I'm telling him, what's wrong? Gimme. So I'm like, yo, like, why don't you just go where you're celebrated, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop trying to work over there with these people when they're waiting for you to get co-signed by somebody. Like, you're dope already.
Right.
So then, months go by. Then I was like, yo, why don't we just make an album together, dog? Why don't we just form a group? And I created Lineage in a matter of minutes, off the top. Like you see how like I was giving you ideas. Those ideas come off the top. Like I don't think about things like because it's my first thought is correct.
Right.
I was like, yo, why don't we just do a record together, and then let's just let's do the producer rapper collective, and then we're just from the lineage of Black Sheep and Eric B. and Rakim and Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. You know what I'm saying? I was naming the names off like that. And I was like, yo, that should be our name, Lineage.
Lineage. That's
and
it.
And then, I had the whole idea of how to make the first album. Like the first album that y'all got is not the idea I had. Like the idea I had was so like it because I'll break it down because it's going to become an album soon. Not Lineage 2, but maybe 3. Because my cousin is the hip hop genealogist. Like she did genealogy for Black Thought, Sadat and Lord Jamal.
Oh wow!
Mike and all of them, like so, so like I was like, yo, why don't we make a hip hop version of Lineage and showing where we came from as a group? So we're coming from the lineage of the Eric B. and Rakims, the Pete Rocker, C.E.O. Smooths, and then as a group, and then it was going to be like, where do I come from the lineage of MCs? Where does he come from the lineage of producer and DJ?
Oh wow!
He was going to make and that was going to be part of the artwork,
like a family tree or something like that, or like.
So it's like it starts from DJ Kool Herc, and then it comes down this way, and then it sparks Lineage.
Right.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
The artwork and then the visual aspect was going to be like, you're watching like online, you can click on the names and then you get the history of who each person was.
That's crazy. Yeah,
so it's like you start
that's dope.
Then you go from Chaundon to like Big Daddy Kane, you know what I'm saying? Like he, you know, from the Kane to, you know, Grandmaster Cass, you know what I'm saying? Like
right.
Or you see why I rap the way I do. I got my punchline prowess from Kane and Craig G and Big Daddy. Like I'm from that lineage of and Lord Finesse. Can't leave Lord Finesse out because Finesse was the reason why I rhyme where I rhyme. Kane was my style. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But Lord Finesse, that I wanted to so I was like, yo, I seen him battle live. I was like, I want to beat people just like him. Yo, he embarrassed me. I love it. You know what I'm saying? But like, so same thing with Flash's style of DJing, his style of cut, where that who inspired that, and that's the lineage. It was going to be a full, like, oh my god, like we would have been like in the history books for this. But But that was the inception. I was making those ideas on the phone with Flash, like this is how it was going to go down. Mm-hmm.
And what stopped it? What stopped it? I mean, that's a dope concept. What stopped it?
It would have required a lot more work and a lot more time because with that, I would like the way I had to construct the music. Mm-hmm. Would have to match that.
Right. I get what you're saying.
A lot of work. And I was like, I was so ready to go. I was like, all right, well, we can table that and grow into that. Because if I start there, where do I go after that? It was
right.
Like, you don't want to be that, you had the classic. That was the millennium version of a 5-micer. What do you do after that?
Yeah, but basically.
You know it's like, I'm like,
basically.
I don't know. So I'd rather say, you know what? Let me grow into it.
Right.
Because it's still a great idea. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I still have the blueprint. I still my cousin, she already knows how to do it. And then we can make a full interactive. And then I could get my man Tobias Rose from Complex Creative to make the website. So when you go to Lineage.com, or whatever we will call it, then you can see everything. And then it could be something that you can watch, read, and hear.
Right.
And it's like, wow. And it's like, this is like a hip hop, like history lesson.
Yeah, y'all definitely.
Yeah. So, but like the way the album turned out, I just wanted to give you the feeling of what you've been missing in 20 years. Like you haven't had, a new group that comprised of an MC and the DJ / producer. Like D-Star was still putting records out. Yeah, Pete Rock and C.E.O. was putting records out. But like you haven't had anybody new after that.
Right.
So you haven't. Like you had groups and then that was it. But you haven't had the 1-2 punch.
Right.
It's definitely been a while since a hip hop duo.
Yeah. So
one MC, one DJ.
So then the process of recording took 2 years, and I haven't put pen to paper until year 2. Like I was picking the beats because like Flash kind of like second guesses himself sometimes. And I'm like, dog, you don't know what you got. Because when I was because like the thing was, I was constructing the sound of Lineage.
Right.
I was like, before I put pen to paper, I want the sound to be right. So I was picking beats that he was like, you like that one?
See, that's crazy. Not to cut you off, but that's crazy you think like that. Not too many people think like that. And some of the best bodies of work, I believe, have that same mindset. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what makes it. That's the glue that holds everything together. That's what makes it cohesive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like I was picking all these beats and then like, because with Flash, like when he makes beats, he gets better every time.
Right.
So when I'm picking beats that he made 2 years prior to the conversation of Lineage, and he's like, that word? I'm like, he didn't hear it.
He not hearing what you hearing.
6 beats and put them together. And he was like, oh, he gave me the Weebay.
Oh,
he's like, oh, I get it now. And then after that, I ain't have to say nothing else of Flash. He just started making the Lineage sound, and it's been a wrap. Then it was like
a 2 year creative process.
And then
got us to here.
Then I started writing all them songs like in matter of a month and change. And I was like, go. And then it was like, yep, let's get it going.
So for part 2, are you guys gonna use the same formula?
Same formula.
Same
formula. Like, I already have the layout of what I want. Like, I already wrote. I can tell you right now, my G. Let me see. Because I stopped writing since the Corona hit, but I was already like maybe 6 songs deep. Like,
okay.
Saying like in here, the album's in here.
Right.
I had to write.
Okay.
Like 4 more.
4 more. Oh, okay.
But Flash keeps sending me beats, but I'm like, yo, keep sending them because like I can kind of like create Lineage 3, and then
right.
Because like the way we put music out, it's supposed to be every 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Every June, every December.
Right.
So,
wow. Okay.
So like
why that method? Why that method?
Because we're only putting out 8 songs on each album. So I'm giving you
you technically giving people a full album within a year.
Exactly.
But you just give them to them, you spoon feed them.
I'm Marvel Universe in it.
Yeah, there you go. You spoon feed them. Yeah, for real. You gotta wait 6 months to see the next movie.
But since Corona hit, and then like I shut the studio down and I moved it to the house. But we about to move. We buying a house and we'll be moving in like in June.
Okay.
So I still might put the album if everything goes the way I think it's gonna go in my head. I'll just be like a month and a half late on putting the record out, or I might just say, let's put Lineage 2 out in December.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
Don't rush it. Like I don't have to rush it.
Right.
Then I can follow Lineage 3 and 4 for next year, 5 and 6 for the year after that, and I can be like, all right, cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's no real rush because like at the end of the day, I don't let the fans rush my process.
No, don't. That's how I always did it. Like I didn't care. Like I noticed a lot of people put like they'll make themselves, and I mean that may work for some people. They'll put ETA out on a project or but for me, I'm just like whenever I'm ready for it to go out, it's gonna go out.
Right.
There is a method to the madness when it comes to the release of the records and that time schedule because of my merchandising.
Right.
I put a record out in June. I put out a certain number of T-shirts and summer apparel. When I put it out in December, it's hoodie season.
Right.
Gullies and you know what I'm saying? So it's like
that's crazy.
I can always every 6 months. It forces me to change up my merchandise.
That's
because
crazy.
I don't sell the record by itself.
That's crazy. See, we gonna have to talk, man.
It's
like
a bundle. So like you can only buy the album by itself digitally. But I don't make CDs no more. So I sell the album on the USB card.
And that's another thing I was going to talk. We'll talk.
I wish I had a
because that's the next wave, man. Like seriously, like I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I do want to get back into creating, projects again, but I don't want to do the traditional method anymore.
Right. No, you got again.
I don't want to
thinking ahead, like what medium can you use that can be used? Because like CDs are useless.
Right.
Once you burn it on a CD, you can't reuse a CD. But you can use a USB card. Right. Here's the thing. My USB card is customized, so my artwork is on both sides.
And see, I'm very visual and very art,
Yeah, I mean,
savvy.
I'm old school. I'm old school with it. So I like physical copies. I like to read the artwork. I like to read the liner notes.
Right.
Things like that.
Things on the card itself.
But yeah, the card is physical. It's physical and digital though.
I'm giving you the physical and the digital.
At the same time. So now, that's why
the way I package the card, I put the album, acapellas, instrumental, videos, and the digital artwork. So now you can dump it all on your computer, and then you can reuse the USB. Even if you took all the media off of the joint, because it's a 4 gigabyte, card, and use it for your personal use. Like I say, if you're a student, you can use my card, but guess what? The artwork is still on the joint, so it's always going to be a talking piece.
Right.
Like, yo,
okay.
USB card. Oh, it's a group called Lineage, man. Yo, they dope, son. Oh, let me see it. Oh,
yeah, exactly.
GoldenEraMusicInc.com. But they, you know what I'm saying? But then the way I package it, so I had the hoodie with the artwork on it, a t-shirt with a different, artwork with me and Flash on the joint, and then the card. Got all three for $75.
Yeah, he had the packages, man. Like that, he was relentless. I remember around the time Lineage came out, I was like, they were relentless with that merch.
But then the summertime, it would be you get 2 t-shirts and the album on the USB card, and then of course the price would be cheaper. It would be like, $45. You know what I'm saying? So again, I have no overhead, so I'm still eating off the shirts. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
I'm still selling the USB card for full retail, but it looks like the incredible deal because it's like, yo, it's 2 shirts and this. Cool. And then it's coming in, the packaging is correct. The packaging is the cartoon version of me and Flash.
Right.
So you get that, it's like, the bag is dope. Like, oh, it's a poly bag, and it got the merchandise nicely folded and covered with the
I will say I was highly impressed with that. I said,
like, I'll play around.
I gotta, and like I said, we will chop it up and for real. Like,
presentation is key.
Yeah, I'm all about presentation.
I know out of 1,000 rappers, I got the best presentation.
Word.
It's like, dog, y'all not beating me on this. Like, yo, I am merchandise, dog. Like, you don't know how long I've been doing this merchandise game. Like, from the beginning, like, just running out there with little brother with the menstrual show, like, and I seen how we was doing them shirts, and I seen how the people was like falling in line, and then I understand why to this day hieroglyphics is killing everybody with merchandise. They ain't got no rappers out. They are the Michael Jordan of hip hop.
Oh,
like, like they don't never have to put music out, but the circle ...
Yeah, you see that logo? It's a rap.
That's worldwide. That's a worldwide logo.
Exactly. So I'm like, I'm just taking.
That's why I'm trying to make that.
And it's like, yo, just
that fist. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The gauntlet with the mic.
Yeah. The mic
worldwide. Yeah, worldwide.
Like,
so you see that?
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, let me package my merch with the music. So it's like, essentially, it's almost like if you look at it on a price point standpoint, the music is free. I sold 2 shirts and gave you the album.
Right.
However you want to look at it. I got paid for all 3, but it looks like you got 2 for 1.
Yep, exactly.
Whatever. So it's like, well, 3 for 1, I should say. Because it's not at a super high price point where it's like, that's crazy.
Right.
I'm selling you a high quality t-shirt. Again, a shirt that I can sell for $45 alone. But I give you 2.
Right.
2 yeah. So it's like, all right, music. So every release is new merchandise. And then, of course, in between the seasons, I got more merchandise.
Right.
So it's like, spring and fall is the in-between merch I send out. But then summer and winter is the major merchandise that comes with the music.
Right.
So I'm killing them on all sides. So I'm like, dog, like, again, I want you to buy something you can't download. You can't download my shirts. You can download my music. You can download my video.
And that's
download the quality of shirts.
That's what I'm getting into next, man. Like, trust me, I got so many ideas for some teas, like related to what I'm doing, like what we doing over here. Like,
and them joints is fire.
Yeah,
crazy.
I tell you, man, I put you on game. It's all of this stuff is possible. It could be done.
Like I've been showing them like mad concepts and stuff. Cause man, listen, but we'll definitely rap. But before we get out of here, I know we done took a crazy amount of your time, but
good, man.
Good thing is,
we definitely appreciate it. Me and Doug been waiting to do this with you for a while now.
Yeah. It's long overdue. And it ain't the last. You know what I'm saying? But before we get out of here, anything you want to shout out, plug before you get out?
Definitely go to GoldenEraMusicInc.com. Check that out. Still got merchandise on sale right now. Check out the new video, Buzzing, the Pandemic Raps by my man, Sean Fallion, because Sean Fallion be everywhere.
Yeah, shout out Sean Fallion. That joint is crazy.
That's the new single out right now, produced by me. And he directed the video. And like I said, we did that in less than a week, like the song and the video at the same time. So
goodness,
that's available on his website. You can go to my IG, at Finian St. Omer, and click the link, or go to Sean Fallion's Instagram. I think it's at Sean Fallion. So you go to there and then click the link. Or SeanFallion.com, that's his website. You can find the video on there as well. SeanFallion.com/buzzing. So if you want like the exact link, that's where you go for that. Definitely want to shout out my artist Shane. We got some
shout out Shane.
And rest in peace to his brother who just recently passed.
Yeah, I saw that. Shout out Shane. Rest in peace to his brother. We're gonna have Shane on here soon.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He's definitely a supporter. He's supports what we got going on.
Shane is an incredible artist, man.
Yeah, man.
Stands, his voice and music. I would say he's like a new version of me in the aspect of knowing who he is as an artist and where he resides on, in the frequency of music. Like he understands that. Like he doesn't try to follow what's out, but he can do what's out, but he knows his self.
Right.
He has knowledge of self when it comes to creating music. And, I would say get ready for what Shane has in store because his single he sent me is bonkers. Like I'm going to put that on the radio tonight. I'm going to call Funk Flex by look, stop what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. But, definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah. Of course, shout out, my team, my family, little brother, Fonte and Big Pool, littlebrothermc.com. Go there, get all their merchandise, everything, man. So we got a lot of things in store, a lot of new stuff coming. If you haven't seen the videos, it's on the website as well, littlebrothermc.com. You can check that out. And yeah, that's it, man. And then and Legacy. And Legacy's album's almost done.
Like, good. I've been waiting on my homie Leg to drop.
Me and Flash are on the boards for that.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So we are almost done. It's going to be 17 songs on there. The name of the album is called I Forgot to Say Goodbye. That is the last album Legacy's ever putting out as a solo artist.
Wow.
But we will have Embassy.
I love that title too.
Keyword his last album as a solo artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, outside of Embassy, there will be nothing else. He's
right.
He's not going to form another group. Like it's not
right. I like that title though. That title is dope.
Because it makes sense. Like
it makes sense. Yeah, total sense. Yeah.
Literally just bounced and
dipped. Yeah.
And then he called me because I've been reaching out to him for years. Like, yo, what's up? I make music. I got beats. I got the studio. What's up?
And last time I hollered, it's been about 10 years. Like on this real. Like it's been about 10 years. Like the last time I think I really sat down and had an in-depth conversation with him.
2008, the last time I spoke to him, like when 2008.
Was around the time I was working on part 3. So yeah.
Y'all gotta get me and Leg on here. You gotta get me and Flashback on here. Then me and Leg on here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's consider it done.
Low key, man. Like I'm low key, bringing certain people back. I'm trying to get Median back in the studio.
Oh man.
I got some beats from
Median.
Me and Flash. Like
you got to get all 15 of y'all back together. That's my goal. Is to interview all 15 JL at one time.
You'll get 13 at best. At best.
Oh man.
Actually 12.
12.
Sean Book don't rap no more. He's done. I heard he was like, I'm not doing music no more. That's the last I heard.
That's the homie too, though.
That's why I say 12. It was like, okay, yeah, because I was like, yeah, Boog, but Boog, I don't think he wants to rap because he has his Sire printing company.
Yeah.
So he's doing well. He's not looking to do music.
I
heard again, like I don't want to say he don't rap no more out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? But like from what I heard,
right,
on his business. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
I
would like to do another jam with my man. You know what I'm saying? Like. I like songs with me and Boog. You know what I'm saying? We did a lot of dope joints though. But yeah, you'll never get all 15 back. I'll tell you
actually, Boog was on part 3 too. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You know
I'm gonna keep trying though. I'm gonna keep trying.
Smashing your head against a brick wall, man.
Okay. When was the last time, I guess if ever, all 15 of y'all were together?
2004.
Good, jeez.
No. I'm lying. 2002, dog. Like, remember, Justice League dissolved, and that's why we made HOJ.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Justice League was a dub after that. Like, it was a wrap. It just didn't work. We were the greatest group that didn't last. It was like a group of collectives that was like, yeah, it just didn't work. And the 15 became
HOJ.
HOJ.
Yeah.
We just basically just took what made sense. It was, Little Brother, myself, Joe Scudder. Because remember, Joe Scudder wasn't a part of the league.
Right.
He was part of Hall of Justice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We had Darien Brockington.
Yeah.
D-Brock. Yeah.
We had the away team. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
that was it. And it was like, we just went that way. And everybody else went their opposite ways.
But no beef, though.
I mean, not like in the sense of the word beef, no. Like, nobody was throwing hands or nothing like that. But
there's disagreements.
I guess when the Justice League dissolved, that was like, too many Indians and what's the saying? Too many
chiefs and not enough Indians. Yeah.
Remember that, dude?
Yeah.
And I mean, and basically it was, it was just a lot of, everybody was young, and it just didn't pan out the way we wanted it to pan out. But because
I really thought you guys were going to go the way of hieroglyphics, especially when y'all developed HOJ. I didn't know in the beginning. I didn't know everybody in JL was not going to be involved in HOJ. I thought y'all were going to do a hieroglyphics did.
That was the biggest confusion on the internet. They was like, "What's the difference between Justice League and HOJ?" Everybody was like, "I don't get it."
That's what I was one of them, because I was damn sure confused. I didn't know.
Only we knew the truth.
Right, what was going on? Yeah.
I will say this: the legend of Justice League is forever, and I love what we did in such a short amount of time as the league. Like, we done and how we did it. Like, again, we were creating music on a laptop. I mean, not a laptop, on a desktop, a regular PC computer, unheard of at the time of creating music.
At the time,
the studio. We was in dorm rooms and apartments making the music we was making, and we made an impact. And then that sparked the Justice League mixtapes that was online that we had nothing to do with.
Oh yeah, the Just Us stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, we didn't create that. The people did. Like,
Daddy, I need the new video.
What new videos? So like, like we had nothing to do with that, and that made the legend of the crew bigger. But then we made Hall of Justice, and then we made incredible music that's Hall of Justice. And then when Hall of Justice dissolved, everybody was still on standalone mode, but we were still family. So it was like, Tay was doing Foreign Exchange, solo artist. I was still doing me.
Doing solo, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it, like, the machine, as far as the fans looked at it, it was like everything that came from the Justice League is still moving forward. Everybody's still putting music out. Comanche's still putting music out. Y'all got 2 albums from Median, and that was a blessing for y'all, because y'all know Median. So it's like y'all got The Sender. Congrats on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then it's you got more records from the away team until they stopped. You know what I'm saying? So like,
they just recently celebrated what was it?
The first album.
Yeah, the first
National Anthem.
So you look at it like in terms of that, just as a fan from outside looking in, it was like, y'all may not stand together, but y'all still.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So a fan could be like, well, I still got all of their joints. I can still look at it as a collective of Justice League. Right. So nobody's ever saying erase that from that. Like, don't associate me with Justice League. I was probably the only one that did that. but again, that was because when that first happened, I was on some. I thought we was family,
right?
Because like me, I don't care about the music. I care about the camaraderie,
right?
I could do music with anybody. I don't just break bread with anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So so when Justice League dissolved, at the first, at first moment, it left the foul, saying, bad taste to me. And I was like, then I don't want to be associated with it if it's going down like this.
Right.
I'm Chaundon.
Right.
I was Chaundon before I got here. You know what I'm saying? But then I let it go, and I was like, you know, and I'm probably the only one that really waved the Justice League flag because I understand what it means for people that still follow me, that know me from that. Like, that's the genesis story for most people when it comes to me. If you didn't know me rapping in New York, then your first, you know, glimpse of, you know, or first hearing my music was from from a Justice League mixtape from the NC State of Mind.
Right.
Pay me there. So I'm like, why would I take that from you? I'm like, I want to talk about Justice League. No, I'm JL, dog.
Yeah.
Justice League is what you need.
That's what's up, man.
To this day. To this day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, everything that we've done with HOJ was phenomenal. So I'm like, and then now what I'm doing with Golden Era, like, this is a part of my story. I can't just
That's what's up.
I just, at that time, I let my ego take control of that conversation early. And then I was like, nah, chill.
Right.
You know, I was a part of that. Like,
right, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, Justice League, dog.
That's what's up, man.
Shout out to everybody.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to the whole league, man. But yeah, man, like I said, appreciate you, you know, doing this. And I mean, you'll be back. You do too many things to not be back.
Right.
You do way too many things to not be back. You'll be back in one shape, you know, way, shape, or form. So
exactly.
Right.
I have another fan perspective for the next
Oh yeah. Like I said, it's good to have you on. Yeah, this is gonna be a two-parter, and
we appreciate it, man.
Hey, thank you.
Definitely appreciate it.
On your platform, man. This is real dope, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we growing, you know. We growing. So remember to listen, share, rate, and subscribe. We're on Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Google Play, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Stitcher, and more. Remember, if you have a question or comment or a suggestion, email us at hiphopmarvels@gmail.com. Follow us on our social media. That's Twitter and Instagram at Hip Hop Marvels, Facebook, Hip Hop Marvels, all one word. Subscribe to the Hip Hop Marvels YouTube channel. Big shout out to Cash. Big shout out to Claudius. Yeah, Claudius couldn't be here the whole episode. Cash was here partially. So, you know.
Shout out to our main man, engineer extraordinaire Ken C.
Shout out to, Taskmaster Brother Voodoo. Shout out to Ken C. And, yeah, man, it's been great. Everybody out there, remember to stay marvelous. And we out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Dig this and dig it deep.
Need a few more days. Fuck you. Hey. I got a seed on the way. Fuck you. Hey. Your watch just got laid off. Fuck you. Hey.
They gon' want their money, rain, sleep, L, snow.
Hey, yo, they stole my pack money. Fuck you. Hey. My girl selling crack for me. Fuck you. Hey. And yo, my man to be back. Fuck you. Hey. Knock at your door, 3 in the morning. It's just us and the guns. This ain't comic view. Niggas better have my money. Cause you don't wanna be around when I'm acting funny. I ain't trying to hit. Can I hit you back? Cause I'm broke. I have your moms and your girls selling pussy and coke. Unless I get my dividends back in mean stacks. Sun your face with equal chain fear. You know what I mean, black. Don't run an okie doke and try to play me for a fool. I know where your sister work and where her son go to school. You better find my paper. Whether robbing the kitchen or find the gas leaking with your aunt tied in the kitchen. Stick up dice games. Roll up on crack spots. Call the cops and your pops are lying in a black box. I'm worse than the loan shark. I operate with Jose. Pay or get the visit by lazy-eyed Jose. You sick with the guns and the money is the remedy. If he don't get his medicine, you wind up like a Kennedy. I need a few more days. Fuck you. Hey. I got a seed on the way. Fuck you. Hey. Your watch just got laid off. Fuck you. Hey.
They gon' want their money, rain, sleep, L, snow.
And yo, they stole my pack money. Fuck you. Hey. My girl selling crack for me. Fuck you. Hey. And yo,
my man to be back. Fuck you. Knock at your door, 3 in the morning, it's just us and the guns. I got your team in the huddle, made it hard for you to hustle. Reaching in your bubble? Nah, Poppy, you don't want no trouble. Keep it moving like a U-Haul. Who you trying to fool, yo? On the block like you got more balls than a pool hole? It's wild in the jungle, trust me, you don't wanna tussle. I'll touch you and sit you down like you in foul trouble. Not a game being played, it's just a rhyme well recited. Fire will get ignited, you don't wanna get excited. I'll apply the pressure, have you on the run just like an outlaw. Lead the dough by the door and bounce before the sun fall. Plans to rain, you need to put it into all them tactics. That's like bringing back flat tops and naval jackets. You unsuccessful, I come around like 360. Subtract 210, step to me and catch a $150. My man's a dirty one, hit you with a dirty gun. Guaranteed you gonna see more blood than no dirty one. I need a few more days. Fuck you, pay. I got a seed on the way. Fuck you, pay. Your watch just got laid off. Fuck you, pay me.
Cause they gon' want their money, rain, sleep, L.E.G.A.C.Y.
Hey yo, they stole my pack money. Fuck you, pay. My girl selling crack for me. Fuck you, pay. Hey yo, my man to be back. Fuck you, pay. Knock at your door, 3 in the morning, it's just us and the guns.
Hello everybody, it is Donald Duval, Vice President of Marketing at UBN Network. I am coming up in the world, ladies and gentlemen, coming up in the world. We're still here with little brother, and it's still all good. Hey Rosenberg, we still got them people covers. Meet me in the back after the ceremony for your merchandise. It is UBN, y'all.
Yo, Rapper Pool, how you feel?
Doing great, I mean to feel good, eating from a full plate. Cause I remember days when the nigga had to scrape, dropping down to both knees, begging God for a way. Took some of my jobs to put salmon on the plate, contemplating moving dope to make sure my pocket's straight. Mom used to tell me he don't make no mistakes. Son, swallow your pride, I'm just trying to find a place. Doing Uber pickups, they don't recognize the face, and that's bittersweet. Trying to reconcile the fact that I never sleep. With a dry Jeff Gordon will be proud of. Make sure to bounce back louder. Common sense like gunpowder, confident showers. I continue adding up all the hours. 10,000, 20,000, 40 now. I'ma keep adding up till I'm in the ground.
Might not come when you want it, but it's right on time. It's right on time. Might not come when you want it, but it's right on time. It's right on time. On time, on time, on time. Time, on time, on time. Might not come when you want it, but it's right on time. Time, on time.
Hey, Tigger-Low, how you feel?
I got stress on the mainframe, doing what I gotta do to try to maintain. I was going through a storm and asked the Lord why. And when he finally brought me out, I asked the same thing. Survivor's guilt, cause I was built a little different in the ride with my eyes on tilt. Made a little change, finally got my credit right with Equifax. Got a nigga feeling like he found a tesseract. Blackness. Yeah, I got success and distress to match. Cause peace of mind really comes with a check attached. But hopefully when you find yours, it'll be to die for. One trick ponies don't get a second act. So many times a nigga thought he was over for. From the Springs to the borough, to the things I've been dreaming of since 97, bumping the war report. A shout out to my loved ones, thanks for your support.
Might not come when you want it, but it's right on time. It's right on time. Might not come when you want it, but it's right on time. It's right on time. Yeah. On time, on time, on time. Time, on time, on time.
Check this out, we have a lot of things for sale. We have the UBN t-shirts, we have Blackness, straight up hot off the press. Thank you, Fontiglo, Tiglo, Tiglo. We have the Rapper Pool mesh shorts for all the sports fans out there who like to follow Rapper Pool. And damn, what else I had on my mind?
Here's a throwback freestyle. This is a ransom thing, you know. Such one, what up? Check. Look, I move with biscuits, so beefing no need for tripping. I had your block packed like when people shopping for Christmas. I'm that kid that y'all hate cause I'm great, plus my name get around like Sus One mixtape. I'm sold to myself.
myself, I don't hang around dudes in a ball pack lid like public classrooms. Y'all better move, I don't believe in sharing. And you dudes only tough when police is staring. Stop comparing, cause I'm better than them all. I need people with 10 arms when I'm shopping in the mall. I splurge when I ball, I got cake for life and get dirty like chickens when you don't clean it right. Y'all all could get it. Stop fronting like the boy ain't the truth, man. I'm holding a gun like pockin' juice. Coop, missing the roof. Chicks pay me attention cause my watch look like it's in another dimension. Dudes is soft, I show you how to really floss. My chain cut up like it just did a bit up north. I dare one of y'all slip and try to rob me, boy, and get jumped like Tyrese and Baby Boy. I never cheap talk, I always got cash on my mind. I just copped a new Benz with the Chinese eyes. Chicks wanna give me play now, all because they see me push that wheel and no more Greyhound. And I'm the dude y'all all wanna be, but like streets and sidewalks, all y'all under me. So get around me if your cash ain't major, cause the ball got chips like Scottel got pages. I like when you dudes be hating, cause that only mean you fiending inside and can't stand waiting. I'm so amazing, so show me respect. Plus I rock in every hood like academic sweats. I take bets, I'm real confident in my flow. I got a 2 million deal, so I can't go gold. I'm crying if I fold, cause I work too hard. And when it's beef, I'm still alone, forget a bodyguard. I got cars in my garage, I'm silly with the bird. Big bullets, that'll leave your brains on the curve. Stop fronting for these birds, you getting on my nerves. Shells flow burn like chicks with bad pearls. This is my game, I'll let you in it. And you getting me mad, my patience is midget. I'm about my digits so easy, fam. I'm the dude on J Records, believe it, fam. Look, act shot, get pumped, body found in trunk. Pop bottles, leave drunk, rock bros, freeze what? Chest covered, he's stuck, stand up, don't duck. This dude won't bust, he snake can't trust. Get no cop trucks, pour hard times up. Wrist neck charmed up, who's gas, juice, junk, fast car through dust. Hot rims, cool stuff, we alike not much. Know how? Listen up, where I'm from, smoke skunk, eyes red, messed up. Crack fiend, short bucks, 4 drugs, head suck. With a mill on the bus, rub the streets, get us up. Can't really get enough, yeah I know life tough. Shells burn, try touch, both arms might crush. Young girl I lust, got her pregnant, my bust. And my rhymes don't cut, shells drop flat plus. Wrist bling, not much, who try stop us? Put your J's up. Put your J's up. Unsigned, put a mill up. You sign, put your deal up. Sus one, put your J's up. Look. Unsigned, put a mill up. You sign, put your deal up. Once again, DJ Sus One. What up? Yeah. Tone, what up? Chestnut, you dudes get on mixtapes and talk all records. Your deal mean nothing if it ain't with J Records. Shit, what up, my dude? Go, suck this. Here we go, y'all.
You two in the back, settle down.
Good morning, class, I'm your brand new teacher. KRS is on vacay, now I'm the speaker. Settle down, take your seats, take your pencils out, and write down what hip-hop is all about. The cornerstone, the foundation is DJing. Cold racket party, record skip, keep playing. The B-boy, emulating musical moves. Didn't learn from school, having the crowd go. Poetry in motion, bombing every train. The writings on the wall, New York City, who they name. The graph writers, with a couple of spray cans. Had 8 million critics and fans saying damn. And then came the MC, he had to move the crowd. Flawless flow, no mistakes allowed. Every line was original, writing was a sin. If you was whack, you was whack, that's the law, no debate.
You now in tune to the hip-hop doctrine. For all of y'all that keep the boondocks locked in. Chaundon, Escheroo, and Doug Floyd mixtapes, new nightmare. Holla at your boy. You now in tune to the hip-hop doctrine. Season 2 is here, so keep watching. Chaundon, Escheroo, and Doug Floyd mixtapes, new nightmare.